Hello. Let's talk about pricing today. Coaching pricing for your packages and for your one-on-one coaching. Either it is if you're doing VIP coaching, group coaching, online courses, whatever you're doing. I want to talk about price points and how you feel when you have the conversation with your potential clients, with your prospects, and when they say it's too expensive. Or they might say, well, I love it, but I cannot afford it right now. And you just don't know what to do in that situation because you want to help them, but you also don't want to lower your prices. And here's the thing. What I want to talk about today is don't lower your prices. Don't go into the selling low ticket offers and lowering your confidence and get down your prices without checking out this episode. Because today I'm going to talk about the reasons that you're getting those price objections for your offers and why it happens and what to do about it. So we're gonna cover why people might tell you it's too expensive or if they cannot afford it. And here's the thing, you might think, well, if it's too expensive, I have to lower the price. But actually, the first objection you might hear, especially when you're starting off in your coaching business, is that they don't have the time and money. And the real reason is not always that. Yes, sometimes it happens that people cannot afford it and they cannot invest right now. But to be very honest, many times it has nothing to do with the pricing. It's just a reason they say because there's something missing in your offer and your service. So today we're going to talk about different ways you can understand why you get that type of objection, why people might tell you it's too expensive or, I cannot afford it, and really see what you can do about it. So we're going to have 3 different reasons. We're going to look into them and we're going to see what you can do to solve that. And it's not going to be like a sales script and like, how can I, trick them to say something? It's not about that. We're going to talk about the real problems and the real solutions because we're going to go deeper at an understanding why would they not sign up? Why would they not join with your programs? And why would they say it's too expensive? And why do I do this? It's because many times I see coaches, consultants say, oh, it's too expensive. I'm going to lower the price, and then they cannot make their life, the coaching business sustainable. They are not showing up at the highest level. They're undercharging. They're still in their job. They're still, trying to hustle themselves to having a business. And this is exactly what I'm against in bringing your mission to the world. I really want you to be making real profit in your business. I really want you to make real impact and have a sustainable, balanced coaching business that is not in making you suffer or, overwork and make your family and dear ones not seeing you because you're really working too much. So we're going to talk about real ways to solve this because this is really important. And if you have this feeling like it's, I'm having this problem, it's hard for me, I hear it all the time, it's too expensive, or I feel like, am I overcharging or am I undercharging? This is going to be really, really valuable for you. So really sit down and listen to this. And if you want to go deeper, I have also put in the show notes below the live training that I did, that it was recorded. It's a 60 minutes training that you can download for free and watch how to get to 10K in 90 days. It's going to be super helpful for the ones who want to go even deeper into this topic. I'm really excited for you to discover it and actually get really insights and actions that you can take right now when you're listening as we go through this. Okay, so before I jump right into the 3 different parts, this is what we are recording right now. Is the episode number 17 of our Thought Leadership podcast and live show that you can find on all podcast channels and on YouTube. And of course in the live when we're doing the lives here on Facebook. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our channels, please do that, and always tag and comment so we know who's listening, what you're learning. It's really hands-on exercises for you to get super valuable support so you can go deeper and develop a 6-figure coaching business, which is going to impact more people and having more lifestyle design for you so you can actually have a good balance in what you're creating. So we are creating all of that in steps with those episodes. So it's really for you to tune in, check out the others as well, go deeper, and please tag and comment and share so we can work on this together and we can grow together. All right, so let's jump right into the first part. We are talking about how you can, work with the price objections for your coaching packages if you get that, and why it happens, what to do about it. So the first thing you can do if you're getting constant, it's too expensive conversation, is to upgrade your clients. And you might have heard it before, and you might be wondering, what does that really mean? And I want you to really think about, your dream clients, and not just only working with whoever comes your way. Because what happens if you work with whoever comes your way, that is, you're not really serving anybody. Because, you're serving everybody, but you cannot niche down, and you cannot help the ones that you're like, okay, those are my dream clients. Like, those are the people I really get. Those are the people I really understand, and I can help. And knowing that you have, what is a dream client? How do you actually find that? What can you think about when you go through that concept of dream clients? Is first and foremost, start to think about who have you already worked with that was really amazing to work with. If you will have a clone of that person, and you just would work of that person, but like in many, wouldn't you love your business more? And most of the times it has to do with one thing, that is, they're more experienced. So most of the time when you're starting off, you might be afraid to actually go for those bigger clients that are more experienced, have more experience in business, or they have already done some of the things within the field that you have your expertise in. But actually going for those clients that are more experienced will give you more challenge. You will be, stepping up in your leadership and in your coaching business, and you will be able to really show up in a different way. Having more experienced clients allow you to have a better experience many times, because experience also means that they might probably have studied it for a while, they are committed to this topic, and they want to go deeper. So that's for the first one. They're ready to put the work in, and they want to commit to the journey and themselves as being a responsible coachee. And what I mean by that is that if you have someone coming to you and say when I'm gonna get the results, and and I just want quick fix, but they don't want to put the work in, you kind of know it's gonna be hard, because you will have to kind of push them to success, which is never a good thing, because you will get very drained and unenergized, and then you're gonna be feeling very thankful. So instead, find people who say, I want to do this right now. I'm committed. This is a real priority for me. I want to commit to myself. And if you're thinking, well, I don't have those clients with my network, then probably you need to rework your target audience and rework who you are, attracting into your business. So it's really important to work with people who are experienced, but also want to put the work in, and they are responsible for their journey. You are not the one who's going to push them to success. They are the one putting the work in. You are there to be guiding them, supporting them, helping them, showing up for them so they can do the work, showing the tools, the step-by-step process, the frameworks, getting them to that next step, but they are the one putting the work in, and they have to know that. So if you're having, clients not showing up, and they're not committed to your sessions, or not committed, then actually fire them. Sometimes it's better to fire a client because they are not showing up for themselves, and you are not feeling that you are really valued for what you're doing. It's not a win-win. Get clients that want to commit, and put the commitment as a core of how you work with someone. And you want to have people ready to invest in themselves. So if they come to you and they're like, oh, I don't want to put more money into it, and they don't want to really invest in their own self-development, leadership, whatever you're doing with them, then why would it's going to be hard for them to see the value, because they don't want to invest the money. But do they even want to invest the energy or time? Do they want to prioritize that? So many times, if they don't want to invest, and you see that from the very beginning that they are not really, open to go all in, then don't take them on. Don't take them on. Just choose better clients. It's really important that you remember that you can choose your clients. And the more you're going to choose your clients, the postage you will going to have in your business is going to be very different. So we want to choose the client we work with. We don't want to, force anyone to work with us. We want to go and say, okay, you want to do this? Let's do it. I'm here to support you, because your expertise is so valuable. What you have to offer is so valuable. So for them, having a chance to work with you is actually an opportunity to upgrade their life. And knowing that, remember that it's not only for you they're doing this, they're doing it for themselves. You have a knowledge that you're going to have tomorrow and the day after that they want. or the experience or the coaching and the service, whatever the transformation that you're allowing them to have, you have it. They want it. So it's also about saying like, I'm going to give a bit of myself to you, I'm going to give a bit of my time and work and commitment to you to help you to get that transformation. That means that you can also choose who you're going to help with. If they are not respecting your work, they're not showing up for themselves, they don't want to invest, it's not going to be a good client. So remember that it's going to be, upgrading your dream clients is also taking a step towards saying, I'm going to choose who I work with. And I'm going to choose how I'm going to spend my, how this is going to work, because it's you who are an expert. You have the coaching experience, you have the training experience, the consulting. So you get to choose because you know best how you can serve those dream clients. And a bonus tip I want to tell you that I've been using myself for a long time to choose my dream clients is to actually see, and this can also be applied to partnerships, is see how do they show up in the communication with me, even becoming my clients. So I actually have a look at my prospects, on my partners, how they communicate with me in emails, in direct messaging, if they're showing up for our meetings, if they are committed. Like if, let's say example, if someone doesn't show up to a call 2 times, I'm probably not gonna take them on as a client, because if they don't want to show up to something that is no investment to have a conversation about their growth, how much are they really invested in having a transformation in their business? So it's also about starting to check and screen how your prospects are showing up, and then see if, well, actually it's a hard work, they are not committed, they're on the fence, they are not really, nice to you, they are not replying to your message, or they are really short in their messaging. Like, go to the next one, speak with someone else who actually values you, who makes you feel better. It's really important that you value yourself. It's really, really important. So this is really a bonus tip I've been using for a long time, is to start to actually screen them even before they become my clients or partners, because I want to see that they respect me even if we're not working together, and they actually, show up, and if we have a commitment, they are there on time and they are respectful with my time and all that. If they are not, I'm not going to take them on as a client. And that's the way you should also go about it, because the more you will start to respect your work, your coaching business, your expertise, and you start to be more cautious with how you give away your time, the more you will have clients that are willing to pay in full, that are your dream clients, that are showing up for themselves, and they understand the value of what you are providing. It's going to be a shift. It's a really big one. If you are like getting a lot of new insight from this part, go back and re-listen to this part of this episode, because it's really helpful. If you get this right, your way of communication, those clients saying it's too expensive, or, I'll think about it, you'll have less of them, because you'll have more committed people showing up because they know and they value your work. Okay. Number 2, let's talk about those dream clients of yours. When you understand them, when you start like, okay, I get who I want to serve, then the reason they come to you, they want a result, they want a solution. So we want to create an experience, a step-by-step process. It's going to take them from A to B. And here's a lot of coaches getting wrong, because they go into one-on-one coaching, or they do like a couple of sessions, or they do a really short like online course or group coaching, which doesn't solve the problem. So in the end, the client doesn't feel like they actually got a result. They don't feel like, what do I actually get from this? Where are we going with this? And if your client is feeling that, if your prospect is actually like watching your program, they might be a dream client, but if they don't get an understanding of what are you actually solving, and what's A and what's B, and how are we gonna get there? If you don't create the journey of transformation for your clients in your packages, in your services, then you will have a hard time selling it. And you might be thinking, well, actually, I'm not doing business coaching, or I'm not doing, my type of offers are not having a clear journey. And if you don't have it right now, that's probably one of the reasons why people are not signing up. Because anyone joining anything, any program, any coaching, any service, anything we do, if we cannot see what's in it for me, if I cannot see like, what am I going to get back from this? Then I'm not going to spend my time, energy, or money on that. I have to see clearly what's the journey. How long is it going to take me? How far can we go together? So if you're listening to this and you have a one-on-one coaching offer, like a couple of hours, like, yeah, you can sign up to 1 hour, 3 hours, stop it right now. Stop it. That's not transformation. That's not something people are going to sign up to because they don't know what their return on investment is. Instead of that, we want to create a premium package, either one-on-one or group, 3 to 12 months. It's going to be a step-by-step process. It's going to take them from A to B. It has to be super clear, where do they start, where are we going together, and how are we going to get there. If you can show that, then your dream clients, those prospects, are going to be much more willing to go on that journey together because they see the return on investment. Okay? So they want to be hyper clear on the return on investment. What do they get? What's the outcome? What's the transformation? And it works for every industry. If you are into spirituality, if you're into health, if you're into life coaching or business coaching or, fitness, doesn't really matter. You need to always have clear return on investment. It has to be hyper clear. If it's not clear, they're not going to sign up and they're not going to pay you the money. They're not going to commit because they don't see where they're going. It's like you don't have a map for the journey. Someone tells you, hey, let's go with me and let's walk together for 12 hours. Why are we doing it? What's the outcome? What's on the other side? I want to know more. Tell me more. Tell me the journey you're taking me on. And also, it really makes you look more professional because I know that I can trust you. I know that you can take me from there to there. If I commit to the journey, if I am, a dream client and I want to put the work in and I'm committed to the journey, I know that you are there to guide me and you're a great guide because I trust you, because I see that you have a real step-by-step process, a framework, and an idea of where I am and where I'm going. And that is really reassuring. If I can trust you, then I can go on that journey much easier. It's going to be easier for me to invest in this. Okay? Now, let's talk about number 3. You want to solve bigger problems. You want to 10x the problem that you're solving, and we want to 10x the solution. So what I mean by that is that if you want to charge, actual premium price for your offers, we talk about high ticket coaching, and you want to be able to charge instead of like 300, 500, you want to charge 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 for what you're doing, then we have to solve bigger problems. And we talk about bigger problems and bigger solutions. So instead of going for those beginner level problems or non-urgent problems, we want to go to the bleeding neck problem. So what do I mean by that? If you have more like introductory courses or they're doing it, but it's more for fun, it's more a hobby, it's not really an urgent, there's not a really bleeding neck problem, you will have a harder time for them to put you as a priority. That's why they might not show up to your calls or reply to your emails or direct messages, because they don't see it as a priority. The way you're framing it, it's not what you offer, it's the way you're framing it. It doesn't look like a priority to them. So what do we do about that? How do we go from, having your offers that you have right now to actually see the bigger problem that you can solve, that you have the experience to solve, and the bigger solution that you have already within you that you can help them with. You want to 10x that, that offer to become even more irresistible. And there are 4 questions I want you to ask about your offers right now. Number 1 is this urgent for them? What you're offering right now, in the current situation, in the current season we are in, is this really urgent? Or is there anything else that is more urgent for them that you can solve? That's question number 1. Number 2 is this a real pain or great inconvenience? We want to talk about is this really something they want to get solved, or am I making this up? Am I making up that this is a real problem for them? And you might be thinking, well, it looks like it is. I think that it is, but do you really know? Do you really know if it's a real problem for them? I want you to think about this, because if you understand the real problem, and you have to speak to your potential clients to find that, but if you understand what is it that they are going through right now that is an urgency and also real problem, if I can help them with this, there's going to be a real change in their life. It's a real problem. It's a real need that they have. It's not convenient where they are right now, and you can help them. And it's not only about create the better offer, but if you can help your clients even more, wouldn't you like to do that? Instead of helping them with a small problem, which is non-urgent, if you can help them to really transform their lives in those times that we are in, and really help them with bigger problems, the pain points they really have, the inconvenience that they really have right now, and say, I can help you with that, and you have the expertise and you have the knowledge and you know how to frame that, wouldn't that be better for both you and them? Because you are going to step up as a coach that you are, and you're going to be able to give more of yourself to your clients because you have more expertise. You're not only a beginner, you have more to give, and they have more to receive. If they really see that that's what I need help with and you can help me with that, amazing. Let's get to work. It's urgent, it's a priority, it's a great inconvenience. Let's solve it right now. Amazing. Now, number 3. If they get this problem solved, will it lead to big pleasure? If you can help them to solve that problem, will it make a difference? Because if it's not going to make a difference, like if you get, just something that is like a fancy, I'm not going to give examples because I don't want you to just get stuck with one example, but if it's a small thing that they get solved and they feel a bit good about it, but in the end, their life is going to change. Your offers today, are they really, if they get this problem solved, will their life change? Can it be life-changing for them to work with you? Can it be something that they say, wow, by doing this, my life changed, my health, my relationship, my fitness, my connection with myself, my business has changed. Something has changed and has improved, like it has transformed. It has made a change in their lives. So I want you to think about this. The programs that you have right now, are this a one-on-one or group coaching? If they go through that and they see the promise what you offer, does it really help them to solve a big, big problem? It's going to give them a big pleasure and life-changing transformation in their life. If not, then it's back to the drawing board and think about this. How can you actually not recreate what you have because you have it all in you, but bring it out so they can see it and say, this is the big problem that I can help you. And if we solve this together, you're going to have a life-changing transformation. It's going to be a big pleasure. It's going to be something that's going to make a difference. That's how we want to create. If you do those things that I share right now, the number 1 is upgrading your dream clients and choosing your clients. If you look into creating your premium packages experience with hyper clear return on investment, and if you solve the bigger problems, I want to 10x the problem we solve and 10x the solution we create. If you do this, I promise you that you will have much less people telling you it's too expensive or it's, I cannot afford it, because they see how much their life can change and how much you can help them. That in itself can be a life-changing experience for you in these upcoming weeks that we are heading into 2021 as we're recording this. So think about this, and if you want to go deeper into this, if this has been helpful for you, check out the whole training that I've created for you. It's a 60-minute training on how you can go to 10K per month in upcoming 90 days. And I talk more about this. I talk deeper about this. I give you more questions and examples. It's really going to help you. So have a look at that. I'm going to share that in the show notes below. And I cannot wait to hear from you what you took away from this episode. Comment below, share what was the biggest takeaway. And I cannot really see how it will not work for you, because if you put the work in, and you have to commit to the journey of actually doing these changes, not just hearing it, but doing these changes. If you do that, your offers, your clients, and the way you work is going to upgrade. And that's what I want from you. So no taking down pricing, no undercharging. Actually listen to why do they say that and fix it. Fix that instead. It's a much better way to work with, pricing and price objections. See why they're doing it, accept that's what's happening, and solve it in the way I shared today. Okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. Please comment below and subscribe to our channel and tag whoever needs to hear this. And until next time, bye-bye.